Hello everyone, welcome back to Solasta Crown of the Magister. Last time we got some extra items before using the teleportation circle and moving our way down into these depths near the epicenter of the Sorax base. We defeated some fire creatures and elementals and are now just paused here on this ledge, looking to probably climb up in this direction. And just before we unpause, I want to remind myself that we did indeed get rid of our cloak, which would have allowed us to cast the stealth one where everyone gets a +10 to their stealth check. I forget the name of the spell. So we can't get up there. Kite can.
It seems effortless.
But where are we going now we're up here?
Didn't think you could do it.
Right, clearly we need to move some of these boulders and things. We have gained the benefits we had previously from feather falling. Now, do we have to go the long way around here, past these Sorax, to get down there and get everyone across? Because if that's the case, we're going to have issues. Faith, you definitely can't get up here, even with... Did we buy you slippers of spider climbing and then not put them on? Because they don't require attunement, do they? Am I being really obtuse? I don't know who traded them if we did. No, apparently I'm making that up in my head as well. I'm just doing a great job in these final moments. We're not even wearing the cloak we should be. These are the things that will get me killed. They are. Right, we now have our 3 items attached to ourselves. Do we have a potion of invisibility? Because if we have one, now is the time for it. Let's try and do this quickly, please. What is this 3D space trying to do? Oh, I'm so dumb. What a waste of a potion. This 3D space has me completely confused. This is some dwarven primrose just casually growing down here. Now that we've pushed that boulder, can the rest of the party get here? Is my next question. They can indeed. Slightly different routes with the lower athleticism.
Clearly you have trained well.
Yeah, now's not the time for such things. How long do we have on this invisibility? 58. Oh, jeez. Cannot be seen without magic. Creature have advantage on attacks. Attackers have disadvantage. That could be actually a problem if it's not like the spell, in that if you use the invisibility spell, you cannot attack something without breaking the invisibility. However, if Kite's going to be invisible for an hour, he'll have advantage on all of his attacks, which is great. But it is going to mean that things aren't going to try and target him because they can't see him. And we need to pick through all these bones. So even though Kite is wearing heavy plate armor, he shouldn't be perceived because he's invisible. That's trippy. So we're looking for a bone of the Magister, according to our goals. I don't know if we're going to find one just here or if this is some kind of distraction.
Here.
A tooth.
It calls to me.
Let me touch my crown.
Did you hear that?
I did.
He wants to touch the crown.
The tooth? Just one little tooth.
That's why the Sorax want to destroy the bones. What will happen if we succeed?
Let me touch my crown.
There's only one way to find out.
Okay, just...
You've been detected.
Thanks, game. I appreciate that. Okay. Well, clearly we're now in a big fight. Fairly large fight. We are gonna ready a melee attack action so that when they become visible again...
Damn.
we should make an attack. Well, they're certainly more injured than they were. Yes, forever be shielding. Alright. Kite the very invisible. And step up to here. Down to there. Attack this lower health one with advantage.
Take that!
And our invisibility has indeed gone. Okay. There's one dead. They're not going to have a great time trying to attack Kite with his super AC. He got his reaction back following his turn, so we're able to defend our friends again. Now, what do we know about the assassins and the warriors? Sorakath assassins. Dex +6. High dex. Fairly strong all round, really. Superior dark vision. All of the languages. But we don't know their vulnerabilities and resistances from our history. We do know for a saboteur. Charmed, mind controlled, mind dominated, resistant to poison. Well then. We don't want to use our poison cantrip, obviously. Just a shame that our other options aren't great ones.
Only the last blow matters.
And Pastel. Now, for 3 enemies, especially one with only 22 hit points, I don't think we need to go full Spirit Guardians again. Who's got the fewer hit points of these two? The warrior, I think. Damn. Alright, back to Faith though. We can certainly get a sneak attack in.
Didn't get me.
Great work. I'm really dumb. I'm going to pass on this one. And then half the damage instead. Pastel, of course, still has her Spirit Guardians because it lasts 10 minutes. Right, Kite. Let's go after this guy because he's next in the order. We'll smite once.
No quarter given.
7 HP should be enough to kill him one hit. Excellently done. Gothic, just literally dodge. Pastel, Cantrip City. Faith gets to sneak attack.
Nice move.
And we knew that would be the moneymaker. Okay, we're still doing reasonably okay on health. These guys have cash. They have plain daggers. We'll take the poisons. And we have a lovely blue zone calling us. I assume this is just bones. Okay, we're carrying on. Don't quite think we need to short rest yet or anything. We could... Where's our lowest level all? Mass healing word. Do we have prayer of healing? Might have gotten rid of it. It's fine. We're going to be okay. If I can figure out how to stand in the blue box.
This place never ends.
This is the way. I can hear the crown.
Yes, we must go on.
So, out of the fire and into the acid. This doesn't look treacherous at all. I'm gonna go cautious here, just on the off chance we find stones. Okay, we got wraths all over. I was about to say stones that are rigged to fall or anything. Light sensitive. Okay. We have sparkle, but that's for objects, isn't it? Which this is not. And there's a third one around here somewhere, out of sight. We do not have line of sight on this guy. Or this one. Cannot reach the target. What about with that? Yes, and we have advantage because it's an unseen attack. And
How tiresome.
they're resistant to fire. Faith, surrounded by her friends. Simple sneak attack here.
Again.
It's about half of their health done. And we're going to disengage. And step back, just so they're more likely to attack Kite at the front of the group there. I love it when a plan comes together. We are no longer concentrating on Spirit Guardians. So now we have to decide whether we would like to be, or whether we would rather cast something like Daylight. Same level spell slots. I think if it's going to mean that they're going to have all of their attacks at disadvantage, Daylight is adequate. And Kite can just melee attack those nearest us.
That's battle.
And these things do not have high AC. Right, the last one comes up from behind us. But in the daylight, indeed, they have disadvantage. Gothic. Let's just go with some cantrips here. Immune to poison, of course they are. I forget this bit. At least they're only making one attack a turn. We'll attack the one directly above us, which is next to Gothic, so we'll get sneak attack.
Ha! Take that!
Huge. Continuing to go after Kite. Pastel concentrating on our spell now. Are they resistant to radiant damage? Pastel, cast Daylight. Pastel's been detected. Can't recall. I'm just bad at games, obviously. When in doubt, hit him with a sword.
Wait till the next one.
Alright, last one. With disadvantage, they fail to crit us. Back to Gothic. We're going to be really daft and just try and hit this thing on the head, I guess.
Nice move.
2 whole bludgeoning damage. Compared to 26 slashing damage, piercing damage even. They continue to go after Kite. I'm really glad they haven't tried to shove us off this edge. That was not something I had really thought about up to this point. Let's go for the one that's dying. Damn, they can roll a save for their life, can't they? Once Faith can get in on this other guy for a sneak attack, we're going to be just fine. Gothic. What do we fancy? I could magic missile for the 5 HP, but I believe...
I'll get you yet.
A nat 20 and a nat 1 at the same time. These are the things I give myself as problems. If we disengage, can we get close enough to that guy? I don't think we can. So we're stuck doing this because we don't want to have to attack at disadvantage. But we're going to be okay. They're going to keep failing to attack Kite, and we can just cantrip our way through. Seven radiant damage there.
Good.
Double the dice on a crit for 19. Back to the top of the order. Gothic doing his very pitiful 2 damage. But hey, every little helps. Faith from back here can make a ranged attack.
More.
And sneak attack spells death. How long are we concentrating on this spell for? I am not sure. Daylight, level 3 spell. 1 hour. Okay, we'll try and maintain our concentration on that as best we can then. Kite, you get the honours of doing all the fun, leapy, jumpy stuff. Crafting Potion of Greater Healing. A Potion of Greater Healing, and a Velvet Mask, a valuable item that you can sell at a shop. So I'm not going to waste 10 minutes trying to find out if that can be seen to be a magic item, because I don't think it can. Kite, how can you get down safely? Safely enough. Push down the big tree. And we'll gather the whole party, get cautious, and carry on through this horrible looking place. So there's all sorts of corners and objects and pillars, but I think we just want to be over there as quickly and safely as possible. So with that in mind, let's get Kite doing what Kite does best. Leaping around, shoving stuff, making way for the others. He's a good egg. Oh, we've got upside down anti-magic. That makes a little bit more sense. These environments are good though, aren't they? Just pools of poison and acid or necrotic energy. Just waiting for us to fall in. One mistimed jump, one slip. It'd be the end of us. I wonder if it's going to kind of be a mini tour of all the places we've been before this. I wonder if we'll be in an old necrotic mansion next. Or an old library. But with the obvious case that I'm not expecting... Oh, God. Damn. Okay. Well. Fortunately, Faith, as a rogue, can cunning action dash. It's not going to get us across that ledge, and this guy's far too far away. So we're going to have to main action dash And depending on how well we jump here... Alright, well we're on the other side of that ledge now. Pastel will be doing basically the same, except without the cunning action dash. Just a standard regular movement dash there. Kite. An enemy you can see becomes luminous for a while. I wonder if that will impact their light sensitivity. Man, they save on a 10? Oh, it's the Shine spell DC 10, alright. Okay, well in that case we are going to backtrack. Force them to come closer to us. Then they'll be more in range of us and our allies in a moment. In which case, if we get Gothic over here, we may even be able to hold an action, ready an action, for a ranged firebolt cantrip.
Damn!
Should have gone with the other cantrip. But hey. We have friends now. And we have two friends stood beside one another, which means sneak attack. Pastel is not going to have the movement speed to get over. She does indeed only have 5 tiles of speed.
Of course we've been detected.
Kite can now get licks in. Gothic gets a redemption arc. Immune to necrotic damage, of course. But they're gonna fail to hit Kite. And then we'll get another sneak attack.
A good kill, as they say.
And again, for a moment, all is well. Kite, would you please see what they've got? It might just be a bolt. Just some magnesium. Alright, we're going to gather the party on this stone here. If everyone can make the leaps and jumps. And I suppose we can probably safely get to here before the end of the session. If Kite just makes another bridge or two, we should be just fine to get ahead of this little blue rectangle, ahead of seeing what next session will bring us. Yep, that's our safe route across. Safe in inverted commas, because none of this looks terribly safe, really. But in any case, as these guys make their hardcore parkours around the area, I will say once again, thank you ever so much for coming and joining me on this series. Gothic's just pleased with everyone's athleticism. I hope you've been enjoying everything that's been going on, and I will see you in session, was it going to be 102, 103 next time? In any case, thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.